Hi guys, this is CA Balakrishna from Lecturepedia.in. In this class, we will be revising last standard of 500 series, that is SA 580 written representations, a very small standard. First of all, what is meant by written representation? Basically, written representation is one of the audit evidence that the auditor will obtain. Okay, now this written representation will be given by management to the auditor. Hope this is clear. And this will be in the form of a written statement by the management, okay, addressed directly to the auditor. That would be a simple definition of written representation. Hope this is clear. See, SA 580 written representation, a written statement by management to the auditor. Now, regarding which aspects auditor can request written representation from the management, okay, following are the aspects in respect of which written representation can be requested by the auditor. Firstly, auditor can ask the management to give written representation stating that management has fulfilled its responsibility in preparation and presentation of financial statements as per the financial reporting framework. Okay, auditor can ask the management to give a representation stating that management has prepared the financial statements as per the applicable financial reporting framework. Hope this is clear. Next aspect, complete relevant information has been provided. Auditor can ask the management to give a written representation stating that all the information that is available with the management has been provided to the auditor. Okay, there is no information that has been hidden from the auditor which was known to the management. Okay, regarding this, auditor can ask a written representation from the management. Hope this is clear. Next, in case any other standards on auditing requires taking of a written representation, okay, as per those standards, auditor can request a written representation from the management in respect of those standards. Okay, see, requirement of other standards on auditing which request written representation. Hope this is clear. Now, apart from this, in respect of any other matter, if auditor feels that he has to obtain a written representation in respect of that matter, he can obtain a written representation. See, such other matters required by the auditor. Now, another important point, basically this written representation can be taken by the auditor as a audit evidence, but this written representation cannot act as sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Okay, auditor cannot solely rely on this written representation only. Okay, written representation will always act as a corroborative audit evidence. Okay, it cannot be the only audit evidence on which the auditor can rely. Okay, apart from taking written representation, he should also obtain other audit evidence. Hope this is clear. Always keep in mind that written representation will act as corroborative audit evidence only. Hope this is clear. Along with a written representation, auditor should also obtain other audit evidence in respect of such matter in respect of which a written representation has been taken. Hope this is clear. He cannot rely only on written representation. See, the same has been given here. Note, written representation can only act as audit evidence but not sufficient appropriate audit evidence. They can only be taken as a corroborative audit evidence. Hope this is clear. Next, period of the written representation. Okay, what should be the period of the written representation? Oh, that is a date of written representation. Basically, the date of written representation should be on or before the date of audit report. Okay, after completion of the audit, auditor cannot obtain audit evidences. Okay, thereby the date of this written representation must be on or before the date of audit report. Okay, date on or before the date of audit report. Next, what will be the period that will be covered in this written representation? Basically, this written representation will be in respect of all the financial statements and all the periods covered by the audit report. Hope this is clear. Change in management. In case there is any change in the management during the year, then the changed management is also responsible for giving a written representation for the entire period. Hope this is clear. See, change in management. New management shall give written representation for the complete period covered by the audit. Hope this is clear. Next, reliability of written representation. I have divided this reliability of written representation into 3 parts. First one, concern about competence and integrity of the management. See, auditor is having a doubt on the integrity of the management. In that case, what the auditor will do? In that case, he will determine their effect in reliability of written representation and other audit evidence in general. Okay, auditor is taking written representations from the management. He is also taking audit evidences from the management. Now, auditor is having a doubt on the integrity of the management. In this case, auditor will determine how this will impact the written representations that were provided by the management to the auditor and other audit evidences that auditor has obtained from the management. Hope this is clear. What would be the impact of this doubt on these written representation and the audit evidences that the auditor has obtained? That has to be ascertained by the auditor. Next, if written representation is inconsistent with other audit evidence, okay, auditor has obtained some external audit evidence, okay, or some other audit evidence, and he also obtained written representations from the management. Now, when he compared both these audit evidences, the written representation and other audit evidence that the auditor has obtained are not matching. Okay, there is some inconsistency between other audit evidence and the written representation obtained from the management. In that case, what the auditor will do? He will perform other additional audit procedures. Okay, by performing additional audit procedures, if the auditor is able to reconcile the difference, then that is okay. If auditor is unable to reconcile the difference, okay, if the inconsistency still exists, remains unresolved, in that case, consider the integrity of the management. Okay, you consider integrity of management, whether management is providing me false written representations, okay, whether I can believe in the written representations that the management has provided. Okay, like this, auditor will assess the integrity of the management. After assessing the integrity of the management, based on his assessment, auditor will determine effect on reliability of written representations and other audit evidence. Okay, after assessing the integrity of the management, auditor will determine whether to rely on the written representations or to rely on the other evidences. Hope this is clear. Next, concludes written representation is not reliable. Okay, auditor in the third situation concludes that the written representations that the management is providing are not at all reliable. Okay, he obtained audit evidence that the written representations that the management is providing are not reliable. He cannot rely on those written representations. In that case, auditor will determine possible effect on audit opinion. Okay, that would be the situation. Next, final one. Auditor has requested the management to give written representations, but the management is refusing to give written representation. In that case, what the auditor will do? Auditor will first of all discuss with the management. Management, please give the written representations. Why are you refusing to give the written representations? Like this, auditor will discuss with the management. Okay, he will discuss with the management. After discussing also, if management refuses to give the written representation, then he will assess the integrity of the management. Okay, whether whether auditor can place reliance on the management or whether management is involved in any frauds. Okay, like this, he will assess the integrity and honesty of the management. Okay, re-evaluate integrity and honesty of the management. Based on evaluation, he will take appropriate action, including modification of opinion. Hope this is clear. By this, revision of essay 580 has been completed. Hope this is clear. And If you want to purchase paper 4 law classes or paper 6D economic law classes, you can visit our website lecturepedia.in and you can purchase from our website. Okay. In the next video we will be starting with 600 series. Okay, take care, bye bye.